The Spanish announce table.
All right, back on the Spanish announce table, Captain Awesome and T-Mac here with it. We got a special guest. We'll get into this quick because I don't want to take up too much of his time. Plus, we already screwed this up once because I didn't have the microphone on because I'm awesome. Hence the name, Captain Awesome. I'm Captain Awesome. This is T-Mac, by the way. I don't know if we properly introduced, but we have the Intercontinental Champion, Big E Langston, with us. Big E, what's going on?
Not too much, man. Just hanging out.
I already asked you that question, so you're probably thinking these jabronis over here. But no, you by proxy, you're a jabroni. So we have a segment that we like to do on our shows when we have guests here, and we call it Cinco Preguntas. It's 5 questions. I'll fill in the intro later in post-production, as it were. But we ask the same 5 questions of every guest. We like to hear the varied responses that we get from them all. So I'm just going to go ahead and hit it up with you if you're all right with it.
Of course. By the way, I'm a big fan of the number 5, in case you didn't know.
Really? Yeah. That's actually a funny story before we get into this. We have, because we have Cinco Preguntas, a lot of our guests like to send in, or not guests, but listeners send in emails to us that we read and respond to on air. And they'll always ask us 5 questions because we do the Cinco Preguntas. And a lot of times they'll say, I've got 5 because 3 ain't enough, man. I need 5. It's like almost to a person they do that. So that's fun for us, yeah. All right, so our first Pregunta, is, who is your favorite wrestler of all time? Big E Langston.
I would say my personal favorite of all time would have to be Goldberg. I leaned, as a kid, slightly more towards WCW than WWF. And he just kind of captured people's attention, the intensity. And I actually got to meet him at a signing in Tampa probably about 15 years ago. It's actually pretty cool. So I'd have to say my personal favorite of all time would have to be Goldberg.
That's awesome. You here.
Okay, following up on that, your favorite match of all time?
I think that varies, like, depending on the mood I'm in. But right now, I'd have to say Taker and Mankind at Hell in a Cell. Mostly because Foley did a lot of things that I will never be able to do and would probably kill me if I tried. Not just once, but twice. So, that's one of the craziest matches in WWE history, but very entertaining, of course.
This is cool. I'm liking these aren't typical responses that we get either. We get a lot of, Shawn Michaels' favorite wrestler, Ric Flair, that kind of stuff. I'm like, so if they rehash ECW, you're not going to be their world champion? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, that might not happen. I'll give it the old college try, but we'll see.
All right, so this one's, who was your biggest influence coming up in this game?
Biggest influence, I'd have to say, personally, I'd have to say Cena, as far as someone who's kind of helped me along the way. I had the opportunity to kind of work at his gym when I was in developmental, and I'd say just as far as the advice, and honestly, I'd have to say CM Punk really helped me as far as just guys who've kind of helped me along the way and helped give me opportunities. So Cena and Punk were the 2 guys that I really am grateful for as far as helping me in my career, helping to mold me and get me to where I'm at now.
CM Punk, I don't know. That's a good one. Who's that guy? I don't know. Quick before we hop on the next one, John Cena, you beat him in the bench?
Yes, we got it at his gym. There's a chart of the top 10 in each category, bench, squat, deadlift, and whatnot, and I reign at the top of bench press with a strong 575.
Nice. T-Mac, you going to beat that?
No, but I actually remember watching that because on the countdown, or I guess the special for The Rock versus Cena, they had you do that bench press. Cena was going crazy. I think Roman Reigns was there as well. Yeah. I remember watching that, and that's when I was just like, Jesus Christ, that's so much weight. All right, so next question. Favorite term. So there's baby faces, heels, things like that. What's your favorite term in pro wrestling?
My favorite term? Maybe skin the cat. I have no idea where it came from. I don't know what the maneuver has anything to do with cats or skinning cats. So I'll go with skin the cat, basically because I don't get it, and someone will probably explain it to me or hit me on Twitter and school me, but I have no idea what it means. But skin the cat. Yeah. It's my.
That's an interesting, man. I think he's answered something different than everybody's ever. All right, we've got our 5th Pregunta, and this is the best one. We like this more of a thought experiment, okay? So we're sitting here, we're having a creative meeting, all right? We're going to book you for your next big feud that's going to take you over the top at Mania, all right? Your next big feud with T-Mac. What's the story?
T-Mac hit on my girlfriend. I told him, I said, hey, T-Mac, chill. That's my girl. But then T-Mac spit in my face. And then... He's a horrible human. Yep, and then kicked me in the groin, and then recorded it. put it on YouTube. So then I went to the office and I said, sign T-Mac right now. And they signed him. And then he went on a flurry for about a good 6 months, just destroying talent. And we built our feud over these 6 months. And finally at Mania, we had the match. My girlfriend was at ringside, and T-Mac almost beat me. He almost beat me. Yep, very scrappy. But in the end, with the help of my girlfriend, who kicked him in the nuts behind the ropes back, I ended up pulling it out. So that's the build for me and T-Mac.
I like that. I would have paid to see that.
I always like, as we're doing a lot more of these, I like that everyone gives me a little run. That that helps me out. It gives me some confidence in life. Right, yeah. Well, I could be a Mikey Whipwreck and just never win anything, and look at me compared to him. Look at this. I mean, right, I look like a melting candle right here, and look at this guy. So, but
Max scrappy though. I can tell. Yep.
Well, he trains with these MMA guys, once in a while. He gets in there and he shows them a thing or two. But this has been amazing. I know you got autographs to sign and hands to shake and stuff. It is. So, but we won't keep you too long. But, I mean, this will air after you're here, but you're here Sunday night for WWE Live. You're going to be out there doing what you do best in the ring and showing people, how you get down and how you're going to take over things around here. But I want to thank you for coming on the Spanish Announce Table.
Thank you for having me.
The Spanish Announce Table.